Hey, happy day. I have a friend, one of the few, and I've been paying attention lately to her healing journey. And what I'm loving is every time she comes across a flaw or a childhood wound or an aspect of herself that she finds problematic, she will say, "Oh, I'm that." So she will recognize it, and then she will pacify and say, uh, "And you know what? That's okay." So, with hearing her repeat this over and over, I had a moment today of very much that, where the self critical voice was kicking in and the internal noise and voices of various sorts and kinds were all in a heated debate about their various matters and subjects. And as the critique was flowing, there was this beautiful sense of, oh, hey, you flawed, but I can love you through that, and I can love you as that. And I can lovingly be that and okay with that. And it really ties in beautifully to um, the duality of awesome and flawsome. Uh, and there used to be separation of these matters, but that is no longer the case, in that the cohesion of the yin and yang, the balance, is one and the same thing. So our flawsome lies in our awesome, and our awesome lies in our flawsome. So our strengths and our weaknesses are one and the same, and equally serve us, construct and destruct. And we get to choose how we manipulate these energies, the good and the bad, to perhaps serve us better. And they can. It can be a constructive um, event. So, it's a matter of when you find yourself operating from your childhood traumas, abandonment, rejection, and you start to assume in your head all the voices of that judgment you perceive of others, which is actually just you being your own judge and jury and executioner, as per the Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz. A loving kindness and acceptance is what will float the boat. And I happen to be watching the new Goop, Sex, Love and Goop, I think it's called, by Gwyneth Paltrow on Netflix. And there are many wonderful matters because it involves sex and um, all about the more tantric approach. So having a more conscious approach to being human and our baser human experiences, and evolving those and being more conscious and aware. And like I said, many things grab my interest, and I'll probably hook into them and share them as I'm inspired and enthused. A little passionista. So the what I loved was, perhaps we need to start focusing on a little more self-awareness and what we're putting out, and judging that before we judge what others are showing back to us. So Louise L. Hay from You Can Heal Your Life has an exercise where you look in the mirror every day and you repeat "I love you" countless times. I think, I can't remember exactly, perhaps 100. And perhaps this is a mantra that you would go out with during the day, and you would just constantly repeat in your head, "I love you, I love you." So you could be loving to yourself, and through that and with that attitude, be more loving and compassionate towards others. And then in last night's program on Netflix, the group thing was about looking in the mirror and looking at your body, and perhaps where we are judging. So if you're a woman and you are judging your breast shape, size, how much effect gravity has had, or your thighs, or a man questioning penis size, muscle development, that kind of thing, whatever issues we have. If you look in the mirror and look at it, and if you find yourself judging it, who decided what the ideal would be. There doesn't really seem to be a mold. I know we, as consumers, we're conditioned to molded, uh, produced, multi manufactured, standardized items, but when it comes to your humanness and your uniqueness, there just simply is no mold. So how can you, whatever you have, be wrong? How can it be non-acceptable? It is its very own. You are the unique design for everything else to follow. So perhaps today we could focus a little more on self-acceptance and reflecting any judgments from the external back onto how we are self-judging. So a little more patience with oneself, kindness, acceptance, compassion always. Um, so, yes, with that, I leave you today with love and light. Namaste, Inikesh.